So quite literally after me filming that video like 2 seconds ago, I kind of got some more ideas, and honestly, iOS 17 I think is a pretty horrible update for the most part. The fact that Apple went through and discontinued 3 different iPhones at the same time, the iPhone 10, iPhone 8 Plus, and iPhone 8, is actually pretty insane to me. And I feel like Apple should not have done that. We all kind of know this. But if we take a look back at some other iOS versions that Apple has made, and basically looking at what they did during that time, we can kind of see why Apple really messed up here. So I have the iOS 17 log here. If we go and actually take a look right here, and if we can still pull up the iOS 15, basically like the profile page that came out with it, you can basically see that Apple at that time within iOS 15 did something very interesting. Basically, all the iPhones that were supported on iOS 14 were supported on iOS 15. Now, why am I even bringing iOS 15 up in this? Well, it's because iOS 15 was very similar to iOS 17. iOS 17 is a fairly minor update. There's not really anything super crazy here, and we should have probably seen this coming, to be honest. There's some visual updates here and there, but for the most part, it's a very small update. With iOS 15, this was also a fairly small update. It brought a few things like live text and some other cool things here and there, some iMessage improvements. But to be honest, it was a fairly minor update. There really wasn't anything super crazy. I think group FaceTime was added in iOS 12, but it got some refinements here. But this was something that was pretty cool, right? However, within iOS 15, all the devices that were supported on the previous version were also supported on the next version. This is why an iOS update like this is so important. With iOS 17, Apple did not do that. What they did was they gave us a somewhat minor refresh update. Again, nothing crazy, fairly basic for the most part. But what they did was that they actually went ahead and they discontinued several key iPhones that should not have been discontinued. They discontinued basically 3 of the more older ones, which they shouldn't have in my opinion, the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and the iPhone 10. For such a minor update, why would they feel the need to discontinue these 3 iPhones? And if you think about it, and this is even crazier, in the last year, so if we're technically counting today, in the last year, in terms of days and months, if we take a look at 2022, Apple discontinued 5 different iPhones at one time. The iPhone 7, 7 Plus, 6S, 6S Plus, and iPhone SE first gen. This year, Apple pretty much went ahead and discontinued 3 more, the iPhone 10, 8, and iPhone 8 Plus. That's 8 different iPhones Apple has pretty much discontinued in like 1 year, which is insane. So that's an even crazier thing in my opinion that just makes this iPhone that much more insane in my opinion. So personally for me, I feel like iOS 17 should have been at least a bigger update and discontinue the older iPhones, or it should have been what it was now and it should have still supported all the existing iPhones that came out right before it. So I think that's pretty much how I feel about this update. Hopefully it grows on me, but that's kind of how I feel about it right now. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that means so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.